They say the longer it drags on, the more difficult it will be for the tourism sector to recover. TVJ's Giovanni Dennis has more.
Dimming sunlight on a warm afternoon in Montego Bay, symbolic of the dimming earnings for nightclub operators in St. James. For the first 9 days of the state of public emergency, clubs were required to close at midnight, cutting their income. Just ask the owner of Pier 1, a premier nightclub in Montego Bay.
We had a group of young ladies. One was getting married the next day, and they decided to come to Pier 1 to do their bachelorette party and to just kind of have that last night, the last single night out. And they got in at like 11:30, and by 12 they were told to go back. So they just have bad experience for them. It's not what they bought into when they decided to come to Jamaica. And generally you'll find that they'll post it up on their Instagrams or social media.
It's experiences like those that Mr. Russell wants Jamaica to avoid, and he's calling on the authorities to fast-track efforts to restore normalcy.
I hope it goes no further than this. I hope it's a one weekend thing, and by Monday morning we can have the travel agents and everybody, on the same page that, look, this thing is over. It's business as usual. Get the tourists back out on the strip, get them back in the clubs and the bars.
For Director of Margaritaville Caribbean, Winston Dare, he says the authorities may need more than just a week or two.
We think that a 60-day period we could live with.
While supporting the state of emergency, Mr. Dare says regulations should be relaxed for Montego Bay's premier nightclubs.
Our income base is a late night activity, and it's not only tourism but certainly locals as well. We would like to see that within the shortest period of time that we gradually extend the hours for clubs.
Your party don't get started till after 12. Everybody know you come out and from 11 onward, and we're being told that we have to be closed by 12, which is fine for 2 weeks. It's fine for locals to say, okay, stay home, we're going to try and sort this problem out. But it's not fine for a traveler that is here for a couple of days.
Under the proclamation, the current state of emergency can last for a minimum of 14 days up to 3 months. Giovanni Dennis, TVJ News.